What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with an analysis breakdown of Josh Giddey having the All-Star caliber season. He does a good job of getting to the rim and finishing high off the glass or directly in the basket. He takes his time. He got stop and start moves, crossovers, hang dribbles, and he's just able to get to the rim with ease. And he's also strong enough to finish with a little bit of contact if it's needed. And he can also get to the free throw line because of that. And he just has a good high arcing shot and good touch around the basket, which is needed to be able to score efficiently. And he's trying to find a way to get to that rim as fast and as quick as he can. He's a nightmare in transition. He comes straight at you. He doesn't avoid contact, and he isn't afraid to hang in that air a little bit and finish in the paint. And then he will bump you. He will knock you. He will come at you and try to be physical with you. He doesn't mind cutting to the basket. He can hit floaters if that's needed. He also has counters to where he can stop and hit a fadeaway from time to time if that's necessary. And he is really, really good at just getting to the rim, even if it's a backdoor cut. And if you don't pay attention to him, he'll lay it right on you. He's always shooting 36% from three, which is above average or about average. And you have to be happy with that because that's something that he struggled with. You obviously want to see him continue to get better at it. You want to continue to see him get used to it, and he isn't afraid, and he doesn't really have any hesitation in his three-point stroke anymore. And then one of the best things that he does is just keep trying to keep his follow through in his feet consistent. And then he's a good transition passer. He passes the ball up fast, and he also can make the decision if he has the ball in his hand, pass half court to either do I want to score it, do I want to pass it, and he gives up the ball fast and quick. So even you can make a decision after you get the pass of how you want to score. And then I like the fact that he also can probe. He can get deep in the paint and kick it out to shooters. He can also drive and collapse the defense and kick it out to shooters. And that's something that you have to do as a wing or a guard. And he's a little bit of both with his body and how he plays. And it's tough for you to stop it because he can get all the way to the basket or get to the free throw line. And he's a good extra pass guy, too. That's one thing I always liked about him. He doesn't mind giving up the ball early and often. He doesn't mind just making a quick, easy read. And that's the best thing you want to do is just cut out all the difficulty and just make the right accurate pass as fast as you can, even if it's early in the shot clock, because high percentage shots are the shots you're trying to generate. He has trick passes too. He forces you to commit to him, and when you do that, it's just about making the time on point and on target. Since he's good at doing it, is always keeping the defense guessing. And he also usually just says, oh, well, somebody's open. Let me just give them the ball casually. And then it's about do they want to take the shot or not. And that's something that he has been able to do no matter where he has played at in his career. And his teammates love him for it because they love getting good open looks. And that builds up their confidence and make them feel like they have, good chance of making the shot, which is what it's all about. And they can even, get a little bit more antsy with it because they're so open that you have to guard them too. And by then, it's an easy basket or is a good finish around the rim because you have to close out to the bigs and the forwards and the guards that he usually plays with. And that means easy baskets throughout the entire game. And that's what you want as much as you can get. And he has been able to do that so far, no matter where he has played. And he can get you about still a game, which leads him for transition for him or his teammates. Career year this season, almost an all-star caliber season this year. You see his points go up to 18 a game. You see the fact that he's giving you 8 rebounds again this season, and he also giving you a career high in 8 assists. Basically, a walking triple double every single night or going into any night against any team. I mean, this is because he knows how to use his body. He understands how to use his size. He's 6'7", 216. He's usually trying to operate at the top of the key so he can see everything that's going to happen or might happen. And then it's just about, do I want to score it or do I want to pass it? Do I want to shoot the three or do I want to get to the basket? Do I want to go and attack the big? Do I want to go and attack a smaller guard if it's a switch? Or do I want to use my handle to find a way to get in front of anybody that's guarding me in general? And those are decisions that he makes over and over again throughout a game, besides obviously trying to find a way to score in transition. whether that's as the finisher, the 3-point shot, or even just passing to one of his teammates at the 3-point line or going to the basket. And that's just simple execution in basketball. And I will give him credit. He has mastered how to do it. And that's why he has become one of the best players at his position. And he's a guy that can play multiple positions because of his strength, his size, and athleticism. He can be a decent defender, and that's something that the Bulls felt like they was going to get when they made the trade. This is a guy that can basically do it all. You just want to see him shoot the ball better, and then also find a way to be, more of a threat offensively, which is something that he's been trying to do. I mean, he's shooting 46% from the field for his career, and the last 2 seasons he's shooting above average to about average from three. And he's also showing you that he can get to the free throw line more because he's giving you 5.2 free throw attempts, which is a career high, and he's shooting about 77% from the free throw line. And he's also still only committing one personal foul a game in 32 minutes, which is really, really good, showing you that most people don't look at him as a weak link, and most guys don't want to attack him 1-on-1 because he's not fouling that often. He's also not trying to concede too many baskets when somebody's on him. We know that the NBA is hard to guard any player because they're at the best in the world, but at least he tries and puts effort and still finds ways to come up with the ball, even if that's playing in the passing lanes, making the play on the ball with his hands, or just flat out going for it still because he feels like the ball is exposed. Not only that, he's also giving you 3.5 turnovers, which is a career high. He's playing the most minutes in his career. He's getting more chances, more opportunities, which means more mistakes can happen. Obviously, this is an area where he should want to improve on, and that's by watching footage and going out there and learning and trying to find out what's the best decision to make and how not to make so many mistakes at the same time. It's not easy being a ball handler and the decision maker, especially as a guard, especially when you're still trying to learn your teammates, still trying to learn your coach, and you still trying to figure out who you are and what you want to be in this league. And I feel like he's getting closer and more mature and more smarter about it since he's been in the league for a couple of years now, and he's getting comfortable with his coach and the situation that he's in with the Bulls, and he's showing you that he can put up these numbers on any team in any situation, and he showed that as a rookie, and now he's showing that he can be a better scorer at this point in his career. But people forget that Josh Giddey is only 23. The guy is still very, very young, and he still has a lot more things he can grow and improve on. And that's something that is going to be interesting to see if he does and how he does it. Because obviously, you want to be the best player you can be before your career is over. You want to be able to be as successful as you can be. And obviously, you want to be as dominant as you can be as long as you can. And he understands that. That's why he took that opportunity in Chicago very serious. Because they gave up on me already. They feel like they're better without me. They don't feel like I'm worth the money. They don't feel like I'm a great fit. Well, let me go and try to be the best version of myself as I can be in the next stop that I'm at. And his game didn't change drastically. He just improved. He just got smarter. He got more patient. And he still, wait for opportunities and things to open up a little bit more before he makes his move or before he tries to attack. And that's something that makes a lot of sense considering the fact that if you're at the top of the key and you see where everybody's at, it's just like playing, chess. If he goes here, I got to do this. If he goes there, I got to do that. And that's the way he's reading, the defense now is forcing them to make their decision, forcing them to commit to him. And if they do, now I want to make the pass or now I want to try to give it a go by trying to score at that point in that situation. So it is all about trying to stay 2 steps ahead of your opponent. Is always trying to keep them off balance and keep them guessing, keep them on their heels, and then try to capitalize off that, whether that's passing the ball or scoring as much as you can. And it's not easy to do, obviously. That's why he's a starter. That's why, they feel like he's worth $100 million is because they feel like he's a guy that has shown enough promise. He's a guy that has shown they can get it done. And he's a guy that they trust and believe in. And they really feel like he can be a difference maker out there, in basically any situation that he finds himself in. And honestly, besides the turnovers, he has shown that he can be that guy. And I would give him my cosign that I feel like he can be an all-star, and I feel like he can be one of the best players at his position. And this year is a lot of proof to that. But I like to Giddey when he got drafted. Sometimes it is about coaching. Sometimes it is about fit. Sometimes it's about the players that's already on the roster. Do we need more guys like this, or do we need more guys like that? And that's one of the biggest reasons why he didn't work out in OKC. It's not because he wasn't learning. It's not because he wasn't a hard worker. It's not because he was a bad player. It wasn't just because he was a bad shooter. They just didn't need more players like him on that particular roster. And the Bulls said, you fit in perfectly with these guys, and they're around your age. And, they're not having the greatest season, but they're also not having a bad season. And he has missed a couple games too this year. But I like what he has done, as a basketball player. I like who he's becoming. I like how he's playing, and I like what he can do, on the basketball court. And that's what it's all about, at the end of the day. So I do think he will eventually become a 20-point scorer. I do feel like he can give you a triple double any given night. He's been able to show that, and he's showing you that he can help you win basketball games, and he can possibly help you become a playoff team. And that's what the star players are about, and that's what they do. And we're going to see if he's going to be able to lead the Chicago Bulls or whatever team he plays for on the future to a lot of success and winning basketball games and being a big reason and a big part of why they do. And if that happens, then he might be rewarded as an all-star, because you want me to be honest, if he was healthy and the Bulls was winning like they did early in this season, he would have definitely been an all-star this year. But it wasn't meant to be. It didn't happen. But you just got to continue to put the work in. You got to continue to trust the process. You got to continue to trust the grind. And then you just have to continue to trust your teammates and your coaches have to put you in the best situation. And your job is to help them be in the best situation too. And since he's a unselfish team player, I think that it'll work out for him. And the assists don't tell nothing but the truth of how much he wants to find his teammates and how easy he wants their jobs to be. And on top of that, the ball just doesn't stick in his hand that often like it used to. And I feel like that's just another way of him saying, I trust you, and I like what you guys are about. I like how you guys, do y'all thing. So I'm going to get off the ball early. I'm going to make the pass quick and see what y'all can do with it. And then I can also drive and kick. I can also find ways to get y'all easy opportunities as much as I can. And if that helps you, then it'll help me, because it put more attention on y'all, which means they more attention off me. Then I can do my thing, scoring from the three-point line, getting to the paint, or getting to the middle of the court for floaters and high arcing layups, which he has already mastered and showed that he can do. Now it's just about doing it at a more efficient level, which is hard to do, but that's why we give credit to the great ones that have been able to achieve it. And he's one that can possibly figure it out. He has the athleticism, he has the mobility, he has the handle, he has the length to get it done. Now he just need to put all of it together. And once he does that, and if he does that, then he should be on the all-star stage, which means he's one of the best players in the league and at his position. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. I also do conversation videos too, and I have so much other type of videos that I do on this channel. So if it's the first time checking out this channel, or it's the first time you watch one of my videos, I got over 4,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch right now and enjoy, and it's all for free. So check them out. And on top of that, y'all stay blessed up, y'all stay good. Peace, and I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.